All right, Shalom. With the
Shalom.
Hebrew Israelites back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of his only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus, and Bahasham means in the name of, right? So before we begin this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahasham Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai, Bahashem,
Bahasham
Rekha,
Rakah
Kodash.
Kodash. All right, double honors to the elders and the apostles that we learned from. All right, they're the leaders of all Israel today and the ones that taught us 100% truth and broke us free from the curse of Christianity and the lies that have been taught to us, from a young age, man. So the Lord has used them to show us the right way in these end times. So we gotta, show our utmost respect to these brothers. All right. Shalom to you, Akim, on the highways and hedges, giving up your body as a living sacrifice. Shalom. Keep doing what you're doing, your diligence and all that, man. It's really appreciated, and it's really effectful. It has a bigger impact on our people, and especially the elect. It's bringing the elect back. So the water for your diligence and your obedience. And shalom to you, Akwaf, in order, meaning you Israelite sisters that are in order. And shalom to you, brothers that may look like these other nations, you Israelites, Israelite foreigners that may look like these other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, making you a Hebrew Israelite. Shalom. And before we begin, I just want to say shalom to the brother playing upon table 777. Shalom, bro. Hope you and your brother are doing well. And the water for joining our live, man. Lord willing, it's edifying. This lesson today, we're gonna basically speak about how the men of the prize, man, regardless of what feminism and Western culture has taught you, you know what I mean? And we're not saying this in a way to be cocky and to try and offend or nothing like that. But we want to correct the wrongs, man. Make the wrongs right, according and show you what the scriptures say, man. Because this is what we got to lean on: the understanding of the Holy Bible, not the understanding that we've been taught these lies. We've been taught through Esau's way of life, his system. Esau being the so-called white man, he's the deceiver. That's why we call him the devil, because that's where the word that's what the word devil means, deceiver. And this man is the devil that rules over the whole earth and has taught us lies, man. So we got to break these strongholds. And shalom to Patrick, shalom, bro. The water for tuning in and joining our live. Lord willing, you're edified, bro. But yeah, you know what I mean? Men are the prize. All right. We're gonna prove it in this lesson with scripture, because this ain't our own opinion. We're not women haters up here. As a matter of fact, we do the lessons like this because we love our women and we want our women to be in order. Okay. But you women that are not in order, we don't love you. You know what I mean? We have no love and we have no respect for you. This is the reason why women are having a hard time finding what they call good men, right? Is because good men don't want them, because these women, are destroyed because they trusted in feminism. The scriptures told you never trust your enemy, man. The one that started that feminist movement is a woman named Gloria Steinem. Okay. She started the feminist movement, and Eve, once again, was beguiled by the serpent, man. It's the same scenario that happened in the Garden of Eden, So, I'm going to play a quick clip and then we'll go from there, man. All right. So let me quickly share my screen. And we'll play this clip right here and then we'll speak on it.
Exactly when did your own association with the CIA start, and in what fashion?
In 1958, when I came home from India, I discussed with student leaders, past and present, many of them active with the National Student Association, this kind of small foundation to encourage Americans to go. They thought it was a good idea too. I was then told by foundations and professors and friends that I should not do this, that I would get in trouble with the House Un-American Activities Committee, the American Legion, and I became convinced that it was impossible. It was at that point that the student leaders said to me that they had in the past received funds for international programs from the CIA, and that they felt that this was important and could also be partly funded by the CIA. And the private individuals to whom I went often had particular points of view to put forward, which would have been much, much more restricting than the CIA funds were, which were free. I mean, no one was told what to say.
What do you mean they were free? You mean to say it was easier for you to work for the CIA than a private organization?
That's right. And the reason I think that comes as a surprise, as it did to me at the time. I mean, I had the conventional liberals' view of the CIA as a right-wing incendiary group. And I was amazed to discover that this was far from the case, that they were enlightened, liberal, nonpartisan activists of the sort. When the story broke that I had for 4 years been a Central Intelligence agent, I was demonstrating outside the Pentagon underneath Mr. McNamara's office against bombing in Vietnam. And this didn't precisely fit with the image of a CIA agent, but then neither does the CIA.
So that was Gloria Steinem, and she made it clear that she was working for the CIA, man. So that that we're not making this up. You know what I mean? When we say that you should never trust your enemy, man, or when the scriptures say that, we speak what the scriptures say, thus saith the Lord, you know what I mean? You should believe it, man. Never trust your enemy. I mean, what good has the CIA ever done in this world, man? All they do is fund organizations to destabilize countries and overthrow governments and set up coups and stuff like that, man. They're doing it. They did it recently in Nigeria, man, and because Nigeria's GDP was growing into the billions, into like it became like a billion or billion strong or something, man. And they cut that by half through Boko Haram and things like that. And that was all by the CIA, the same people that funded Gloria Steinem and told her to push that feminist movement, man, which Eve, like a dumbass, fell for again. Okay. You know what I mean? So you can't trust your enemy, man. Let me quickly grab that as the first precept, right? I didn't actually have that. But I might as well go ahead and bring that out because it's a good precept to start with, man. Just showing you what the Bible says for you out there maybe watching that don't know these particular precepts. But the scriptures tell you never trust your enemy, and the Bible makes it plain and clear that the so-called white man and anything he touches is our enemy, man. All right. It says in Sirach 12:10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Meaning, just like iron rusts, you can clean that rust away, but it's always going to come back, man. Just like his wickedness. He may pretend to be good for a minute, you know what I mean? But he never has good intentions for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans because he's your enemy. The problem is that Christianity keeps you docile and keeps you from understanding that you have an enemy, okay? And understanding who your enemy is. And then when we bring out the truth of the gospel, as was prophesied to happen in these end times, you treat us like we're the enemy when we're trying to show you things that are going to help you, okay? The truth ain't always an easy pill to swallow, man, because you've been conditioned to love this man all your damn life. You know what I mean? So we're showing you what the scriptures say, man. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, man. Watch this man closely, okay? He is not your friend. The Tuskegee experiment, was he your friend during that moment in history? You know, Black Wall Street, when we was starting to thrive and have our own, boom, he bombed it, man. The government, okay? The same government that you people voted for when you voted for Trump or Kamala. Either one of them. It don't matter that Trump is showing that he's a racist devil in these end times. Kamala would have been no better, man, because they're both people that were put in front of your face by the same enemy, okay? It says, and it says, beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou wiped a looking glass, meaning you're going to wipe them lenses and see clearer if you take heed of him. Watch this, man. Watch his track record. Watch his actions, man. And then you'll understand that this man is not your friend. He is the enemy that the Bible is talking about, because the Bible was written for the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it says, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Okay, so you're going to know that he's that same old devil and that he will never change, right? There's another yeah, I might as well keep reading. Bear with me, Slakia. Let's read 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And that's exactly what this nigger woman did, man. Okay, and we call these women nigger women, man. You know what I mean? Women like this, the idiot. That's Gloria Steinem right there, CIA agent, and that's the idiot. Set her by her. She set the enemy by her, man. And now the enemy has overthrown us and set in our place, basically, man. They use it as a weapon to bring us down, okay? They pretend to help you, but in the end, they just undermined you, okay? Let me quickly so I'm gonna read that from the top again. Sirach 12 and 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. See, you'll be confounded, man. You'll be, you know what I mean? It'll be biggest I told you so moment ever, man. You know? But don't wait until it gets that far. Just don't trust this devil, man. So it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? And Esau is a wild beast, man. Okay, if you keep you dance with the devil, you're gonna get burned, man. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? And feminism is a disgusting evil spirit, okay? The Lord despises feminism, man, because it goes against the order. It goes against the ordinance of the Lord, man. When the Lord says that a man is to rule over the woman, but the woman tries to bypass that curse that was put on her and trust in the serpent again. You know, here you ain't got to listen to the Most High when He says that the man shall rule over you. Here, I'm gonna give you liberty to rule over the man. And look how that's turned out. You got nothing but single mothers and miserable women everywhere due to trusting in this devil, man. All right, Sirach 12 and 16, it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Here, trust us. You know, we could, you know what I mean, make you independent. You don't need a man. You can do it all by yourself. You know, you can make some money working a job for us and have freedom. You know, all these things that they did to boost the women up and give them independence and feminism. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. It says, but in his heart, which is his mind, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Is that just anybody? No, it's talking about the enemy, right? Which us in the know that it is Esau Edom, okay? His CIA, his government, you know, anything he touches. It says, He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. It'll be overkill if you trust this devil and let him get a foothold on you, man. I think I'll leave that there. Did you have anything you wanted to bring out?
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like you were saying, man. You know, the feminism is a spirit. It's like a wicked spirit, and a lot of these women jumped upon it. You know, I got a precept here.
Let me add you to the stage. Before I do that, let me say shalom to GMS in his lightness. Shalom, bro. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah, the water for joining our live, bro, as always.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah.
Yeah, Khan, I just brought that out, but that's you know, goes hand in hand with this lesson. Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy. See, all the brothers know this, man. See, us that walk in the wisdom of the Lord, man, we ain't gonna be, you know, we ain't gonna be burnt by this devil, man. Okay, the Lord has a hedge of protection around those that trust in him, meaning trust in his words. You don't just say with your lips, I believe in what you say. You have to show by your actions, man. So if you trust in feminism and don't believe that that is a weapon of the devil, then, you know, that's you trusting in your enemy, man. So it says, never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Psalms 12 and 8 says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And Khan, man, I just brought out on the last lesson, man, because, you know, the wicked walk freely in this world, get to run around and do whatever they want when the vilest men are exalted, man. Who the hell is this? Can't be burnt by the devil and the devil help her, the black woman. Yeah, Khan. Well, you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't put yourself in an opportunity in a situation to be burnt by the devil and his helper, the so-called black woman. She is the helper of the devil, man. Whether she's conscious of it and aware of it or not, she is. That's true. These black women ain't going to get it till the missiles fire upon this place. Okay. See, at first I thought you might have been a scoffer, but yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah. Shalom, whoever you are, bro. The water for tuning in. Right. We gotta get back to this lesson. I'm gonna add you to the stage. You bring out the precepts.
Yeah.
So you was gonna bring out.
Yeah, so like I was saying, you know, the feminism spirit is one of those wicked spirits. And Eve, basically, from the time of when she was in the garden, being beguiled by the serpent, you know, she's always had that mindset of being like the Most High. Right. And Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22 says, how long will thou go, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man.
That's
now, this is the times that we sort of see around the time of feminism, you know, that new thing in the earth where the woman shall compass a man. You know, Gloria Steinem came in with her women's liberation and, you know, feminist movement and all this other stuff. And it gave the black woman, you know, that fighting power to stand on her own 2 feet. You don't need to rely on your man to protect you and you know, support you and defend you. You can do it all by yourself. And that was a trick of the devil, man. That was a trick of Esau Edom, you know, to separate the black man and the black woman. You know, especially if you look at the you know, you go on social media now, you can go on TikTok lives and all you hear is the arguments between, you know, the black man and the black woman, just, you know, going back and forth. And it's like you were saying, man, a lot of these women are miserable right now, you know.
Yeah,
but they, you know, like you say, when they were dancing with the devil, you know, you're gonna get burned, you know. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah, FAFO, man.
Yeah,
fuck around and find out. That's exactly it, you know. But yeah. Yeah, because when it says that the Lord have created a new thing in the earth, man, this is new. Okay, this wasn't the way back in the old paths that we used to walk. A woman hadn't compassed a man. That's a new thing. That's through feminism, man. Because women ain't supposed to compass a man. A man is the leader Men rule the world. Men are the creators. Men are the ones that work the hard jobs that keep society functioning smoothly and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a new thing, all right? And it doesn't mean that just because the Lord created it that it's a good thing, okay? Because he created Esau. Is Esau a good thing? No. It's all to fulfill a specific part of the Lord's plan in this movie, man. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I say, you know, like a lot of these women, like during the time of Jacob's trouble, they're gonna suffer, man.
Yeah.
They refuse to hearken.
Yeah, because men don't want them and they need a protector in the times we're coming into, man. Okay. Let me just I got a clip I can play relating to that. But before I do that, let me just quickly before we move to the next topic, I want to show you a few images, right? Because that Gloria Steinem, right? First off, you got here. This is a known Satanist called Aleister Crowley, right? He come up with that motto, do as thou wilt, which basically is saying, do what you want to do. All right. Don't
YOLO.
worry about rules that the Lord gave us. You know, the laws, statutes, and commandments. Do as thou wilt is his motto, right? Do what you want to do, right?
You can imagine along the lines of the serpent in the garden beguiling Eve, but saying the exact same thing.
Oh shoot. Yeah, yeah. You know, that's exactly what the devil would say, man. So you see him throwing. Let me blow it up again because I forgot to make the point. You see the reason I showed this image is because you see the hand gesture he's making, where he's putting his hand up to the eye, right? His finger up to the eye, representing one eye symbolism, which is a satanic gesture, right? And this is Gloria Steinem right here. Can you see any difference? You know, you gotta look at little clues, man. You gotta use wisdom and look at little hints that they're throwing out there. They put it right in your face who they're down with. They're Satanists. They're all down with a satanic agenda, man. So she's throwing up the same hand gesture as Aleister Crowley. And you got another one right here. This is Gloria Steinem trying to be slick, putting her fingers up to her eyes. You know what I mean? Because that's what they do. They try to do it in a very slick way. You got IUIC doing this exact same symbolism, man. I mean, every leader in IUIC, almost, I'd say about 99% of the leaders, because there's only one person I can think of that hasn't done it. Well, I can't find any images of him doing it, which is, I believe it's Deacon Asaph. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. But, you know, he's as much as a demon as the rest of them. Anyway, this ain't about IUIC, but I want to show you here also, right? This is Gloria Steinem, and look at the hand gesture she's throwing up. She's throwing up the rock. Jigga.
And with Rockefeller Records.
Yeah, Rockefeller. That ain't Rockefeller Records right there. That means she's down with the devil, man. Okay, just like Jay-Z. That's why Jay-Z was wearing a shirt by that says the quote that Aleister Crowley said, "Do as thou wilt." That's a very famous picture. Okay, you gotta connect the dots, man. And why would she's throwing up this symbolism, right? Satanic hand gesture, but at the same time wearing a shirt that said, "I had an abortion," because she's pro-abortion too, man. She's all about murdering babies, which is Planned Parenthood is to target the so-called black man, and I mean the black family, Salakia, right? This is common knowledge. I mean, that's what Planned Parenthood, which is an abortion clinic, the abortion clinic, that was created as a weapon against the so-called black people, you know, as were the Israelites in general, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but predominantly Judah, man. Okay, which is so-called Negroes, right? So it was it's a plan to depopulate us, basically, because they call us human weeds. Okay, because these people know that they're our enemy. It's just our people don't know that we have enemies, right? Because we've been docile and dumbed down by Christianity, man, which tells you love your enemy, turn the other cheek. I mean, obviously the scriptures say that, but they misinterpret that scripture, those scriptures on purpose to keep us docile, man, to keep us passive and stuff, man. All right. Now, what was I what did I say? Moving on, I said I was gonna bring out a clip. What was it related to? I forget. Can you remember?
You were showing like talking about the hand symbols, the hand gestures, and you said you were going to pull out a clip, but
Yeah, no, it was
specify.
before that. I was gonna bring out something, and then I wanted to finish that out, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Anyway, quickly show you this right here. The black man has two enemies, right? And we know there ain't no such thing as black man and white man. We're just saying that verbatim. So it says the black man has two enemies, the so-called white man and the so-called black woman, right? Even the scriptures say that the so-called black woman is our enemy. Let me quickly prove that before we go any further, man. This is the book of Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. See what? See her destruction, right? Because basically she don't believe that, you know, we have the truth. She don't believe that the men teaching and correcting their ways on the highways and hedges are the prophets that the Lord sent, right? She thinks that we're just niggas with Bibles, right? She thinks that Pookie and Ray Ray is the prize, but we're no good. We need to get a job. We're brokies or whatever, right? Okay. It says, then she that is mine enemy, the so-called black woman, Latino and Native American woman, predominantly the so-called black woman, she that is mine enemy shall see it, her destruction, right? And shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? You know, and they may not say it with their lips, but their actions, right? Actions speak louder than words. So by them scoffing at the prophets, you know, when we tell them that a man can have more than one wife, which is very much biblical, but you'll find that a lot of women in this truth don't believe it, or they scoff at it, right? Because they're too westernized. They're trying to hold on to feminism. They love feminism more than they love the truth of the Lord, man. Right? What does Yahweh Shai say? I am the way, the truth, and the life. So if you despise the truth, then you despise Yahweh Shai. And you're saying, where is the promise of his coming? Because you're not believing in his words. It says, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Mire is like a swamp or a marsh, right? Is basically the dirt of the streets, is what this is saying. So she's gonna be trodden down like dog crap, right? Trodden under the foot of men, you know, because she trusted in feminism. This is the path feminism's leading you down, okay? The path of destruction, man, the path of death. So the point being that the scriptures say, she that is mine enemy, okay? Because if you're not a Proverbs 31 type woman, okay, then you're our enemy just as much as Esau is, because you've trusted in the serpent, man. You two are like a damn duo, okay? Let me, you got anything you want to bring out?
Yeah. In the book of Mark, you want to share my screen?
Yeah.
You got it. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me start back a bit. It says actually no, this is Mark chapter 3, verse 27. I'll just start here. It says, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, but he will first bind the strong man.
Except he,
Slakia, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. So, right, you know, to be bound, right? that was a trick of the devil Esau, right? So when
Yeah.
you look at it from the standpoint of the women, right, he turned our women against us, right?
Mm.
He turned them into a weapon which destroyed the household. Now you have the men out of the house, and what do you have? You have women raising these monsters, right?
Mm.
And now look at society. Society's just gone to crap. Now
Mm.
Esau can come in, and Esau can provide Section 8 and food stamps and all this other stuff.
And
And
force
he's
us to pay child support.
yeah, force
You
us
know?
to pay child support. Yeah, and he's destroyed
Mhm.
our nation, you know.
Mm.
And this is some of the tactics that Esau will use, obviously, to bind the strong man, because he
Mhm.
knows that obviously with a strong nuclear household, I mean, that's his worst nightmare. And
Mhm.
Eve fell right into that, following after this feminism movement. Eve fell right into the damn trick.
Yeah, anything that gives us power, he's against, and he's going to try to overthrow that. He don't want us having power, because when our women are in order, our children are in order, then our nation grows stronger. Okay,
Mhm.
but we're under curses, and unless we come back to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we ain't gonna gain no power in this world, man. And Eve's just gonna continue being deceived, you know. But it is
Yeah,
what it is, man.
literally, that's what I was the point I was getting into is obviously women now are complaining about the men that they're choosing, but
Mm,
women are the ones that are raising these men, right? If it
mm,
was the other case around, other way around, the man was in the household raising the children,
mm,
you'd have a functioning, productive society.
mm,
That'd be Esau's biggest downfall. So what did Esau do? Like you mentioned, put him on child support, stack the system against them, turn our women against the men. Now you got like women doing everything that I ain't saying all women, but I'm saying a majority of women trying to keep their children away from the father,
mm,
paint them out to be deadbeat and all this other stuff,
mm.
so
Which a lot of men are, we give you that. There's some truth to that, because anybody outside of this truth is through, man. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Um, I quickly got a couple precepts I want to bring
yeah,
out relating to that, really, because if you ain't in this truth, man, you're susceptible to be, you know, bitten by the serpent, so to speak, right?
mhm,
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth." Okay, like us up here and the brothers on the comment board, man. The brothers tuning in. Okay. We trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and we understand the truth. We understand that the woman, the so-called black woman on this side, is our enemy, Latino and Native American women, the Israelite women, right? And we understand that why the women are through. They don't understand because they lack accountability. But we understand what's going on, man. We understand the truth as to why the so-called black family is in shambles. Why the women are through, and we understand the solution, right? It says, "And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him," right? And how do you show that you love the Lord, man? Is by keeping his ways, right? Keeping his commandments. And how you show you love your brother, is by teaching him the truth, right? So if you're faithful in love, you're gonna abide with him, meaning you're gonna last, you're gonna endure. It says, "For grace and mercy is to his saints." The saints are first of all the Israelites, but the beloved, that the ones that are keeping his ways. You know what I mean? It says, "And he have care for his elect." See, so his eyes are on the elect, man. But I'm getting to a point. Let me keep reading, man. Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon 3:10. It says, "But the ungodly," right? And this ain't just talking about Esau. Anybody that follows after the ways of Esau, right? Anyone that don't follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, says, "But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations." So when you women want to take hold of feminism, right, and you hold that dear to you, and you refuse to be corrected, right? You're gonna have to suffer the consequences of that, because ain't nothing good gonna come out of feminism, because it's against the way that the Lord set things up, man. It's against the right way. Okay. It says, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. You forsook the Lord by trusting in feminism, right? Slakia, bear with me. It says, for whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labors are unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. So if you despise wisdom and nurture, meaning the right way, the truth, you despise correction, you're miserable. When it says he, it's talking about you women too, whoever, you know. For who despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. You know, oh, where are those good men at? Your hope in finding a good man is vain. It's through. Okay. Their labors are unfruitful. You know, you shaking your ass in a club trying to find you a good man. You know what I mean? Trusting in feminism and women's liberation to do whatever you want. You know, you think you know what you're doing, but you don't, man. And you're never gonna get what you really hope for, man. Your labors are unfruitful. It says their works are unprofitable. It says their wives are foolish. Can't make this up, man. It says, and their children wicked. Because women are raising these little badass kids, man. These single women, okay? Which you ain't supposed to be a single woman, man. That's because of the way Esau set things up, and you trusted in that. You know what I mean? So, you know, the wives are foolish, their children are wicked. It says their offspring is cursed. It says, wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls, right? But hey, point being, their offspring is cursed, man. You know, the curses continue as long as you keep trusting in this devil, okay? Your children are going to be cursed. They're going to grow up to be niggers, and then you're going to say, where all the good men at? You know? So, yeah, I just had to bring that out, man. You got anything you want to speak on?
I mean, there's some. You want to read some of the comments because there are some fire precepts in there.
Yeah, Khan. Let me start with GMS in his likeness real quick. It says Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. And the churl is talking about Esau, man. This devil, right? So his instruments are evil. When he gave you feminism, that's one of his instruments, man. You know, now we're not ignorant to Satan's devices or his instruments, right? Same thing. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Feminism, man. You know.
Don't forget your
TV
programming.
Huh?
Don't forget like your TV programming.
Yeah, man. You know, loving hip hop, all these movies, the rap videos. So like your baby mama stressing me right now. Let me get back to it real quick in a second. Just trying to interrupt the lesson. That's Satan, man. It says the instruments of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Right? So basically, you know, through the movies and the music videos, you know, especially the music videos, man, because that's a big that has a big impact on our culture, man. You know, because what they love to do is always have the nigger woman all loud or ratchet. The man is always cheating on the woman or beating the woman, or you know, the woman's always heartbroken, and
Tyler Perry films.
Yeah, man. It's all the same old song and dance. It's our men are just drug dealers, our women are ratchet and twerking everywhere. They just keep pushing that image, man. And that's Esau's devices, man. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor, even with lying words, even when a needy speaketh right. That's fire precept, Art. Water for that. Yeah, worthy freedom. It says it was a trick of the devil, but the black woman willingly falls for it every time and since the beginning of time. That's right. This is worthy freedom. It says Ecclesiasticus 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. That's right, because women can be absolutely evil when they want to be, man.
Yeah,
They,
that's
they'll
why
hit
they're
you.
going through what they're going through now.
They'll hit you with a low blow.
Mhm. It's exactly
It
why they're
says,
going through what they're going through.
yeah, man. You know, and if the shoe fits, wear it, like we always say. You know what I mean? Because this ain't for all women, man. This is for those who you watching this and you're convicted. You know that we're talking about you. If you know we're talking about you, then this is for you, man. Okay. But if you know you're this don't comply to you, which is some women out there, there are a few, then hey, just enjoy the edification, you know what I mean, and keep being a virtuous woman as you are, man. This is Ecclesiastes 7:27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. Verse 28, it says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. It says, one man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. And that's basically letting you know how rare a virtuous woman is, man. You're more likely to find a righteous man than you will a righteous woman, because women are by nature more wicked than men. And this ain't our opinion. This ain't our, this isn't us saying this. This is the Bible saying this, man. This preset we just brought up, that's where you can find that, as well as other presets, man. Okay. So basically it's letting you know, and this was from way back when women were more virtuous than they are in this day and age, man. But the behavior of our women these days, you can see why we're at the end, man, because the Lord has to hit the reset button, man. Okay. And we're not going to shed a single tear for any of you women that get destroyed, because the scriptures say, um have any man perished being innocent, roughly paraphrasing, right? So if you perish, if the Lord destroys you, you was not innocent, you had it coming. Okay, the Lord was that fly on the wall and knew what you was up to behind closed doors, basically, right? You got anything you want to bring out? I gotta quickly
No, you can bring up
all
some more
right,
stuff.
let me play a clip or two, and then I'm gonna speak on it. In the meantime, I gotta quickly message baby mom, because I gotta get my daughter soon. Babylon struggles, eh? Let's let me bring this out, and then I'm gonna speak on this, right? Check this one. Hold on, is my screen? Let me share my screen. I almost made that mistake. Let me see. Here we go.
It's statistically a fact, single mothers, we produce the worst product, right? Part of that, when we talk about males, especially black males, we don't realize that we're programmed, because if you don't understand history, you won't realize that, like, it starts with the female. Even when we were slaves, the idea is, if you program the mind of the female slave, she will raise the offspring to continue your agenda without you having to be physically involved. She will teach her children to abide, because we're the first givers of life and care when kids are small. So we train them up to be good slaves, follow these particular rules. We indoctrinate and create certain philosophies in their mind. So by the time they're big and strong, they still following behind the same agenda that was placed into us. So when you look at males that come from single mother-headed households, if you don't get around positive male role models, you have the emotional management skills of a woman.
Break that down. Break that down.
She talking that shit, man. All of your upbringing, 17, 18 years, you've only seen a woman head the household. You've only seen how a woman problem solves. You only seen how a female, i.e. your mother, handles things. You've only seen how she deals with anger, guilt, shame, different feelings. You're only watching it from her. Now, she ain't telling you act like me, but she telling you act like me because this is programming. This is psychology.
That's a valid point. But yeah, again, like, this falls into the whole single mother raising the kids, man. To get the man out of the house, you can't see it from the man's point of view. So you raise weak, effeminate men, you know, and daughters
Yeah.
that just want to go out and do everything on their own, basically.
It's a vicious cycle, really, man. Because a lot of the time, you know what I mean, a man can be a deadbeat, and he'll leave the woman on her own. But this is why you women got to make better choices in men. You've been tricked by thinking you know what you want in a man when you really don't, man. Okay, you need to trust in the Lord, and He'll direct your steps.
Yeah, and I was going to say, this is why it's important to have fathers in the household, because obviously there are men out there that will lie to women. They'll tell women anything they need to hear to get what they want, right? And women will fall for it. But if you had like a strong man in your household, the man would have saw right through it. Like, like, what you mean? Like, what's your intentions with my daughter? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have that conversation. But that was all taken out. So Eve now relies on herself. I know which man to choose. I'm going to choose the best one. But the best one that Eve chooses may not be the best one for her. And that's just like you say, it's a perpetual cycle that just keeps, happening to our women, and then they get damaged, and the cycle continues.
Let me bring out our preset real quick. Add to the stage real quick. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children." It says, "But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations," right? Because the man's natural role is to be, a protector, provider. They do that by nature because they were designed that way, right? It says, "So the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children." We're the protectors. We're the ones that make a foundation for the house. You know what I mean? We're the disciplinary ones. We're the ones that are a bit more firm, a bit more hard on the child or whatever. You know what I mean? So we keep them from being little badasses, right? And giving us a bad name. It says, "But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations," by trusting in feminism, trusting in niggas ain't shit. I don't need a man. I'm Miss Independent. You know what I mean? It's only the so-called black woman that goes around the world saying I'm independent, man. All nations of women are independent, but they don't go around saying I'm an independent Chinese woman. You only hear the nigger woman saying that, man. Which goes back to her being beguiled by the serpent, right? So, the blessing of the father, if you got a man in the house, basically, you're going to have a solid foundation, and if the mother's a demon, basically, she's going to root out that foundation, slap you on child support. So it makes it harder for you to even be a father to your child. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. I'm not saying a man shouldn't provide for his child. Of course he should. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is it needs to be done between the man and the woman rather than getting Esau the devil or the government involved, right? When you get the government involved and you slap your man on child support, in America, I know this for a fact, that if you miss a payment, they'll lock your ass up, man. How's that helping the father be a father to his child, man? You're rooting out foundations. That's the curse of the mother, rooting out foundations, just like I read in that scripture, man.
I got a precept.
Yeah, let me add you to the stage real quick.
Yeah, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. It says, "Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands." Now, just like what you were talking about, how some women, they know how the law works in America. They know that your ass, they'll act a fool. They'll get your ass fired. Then they'll put you on child support, or vice versa. And then call the law, and your ass gonna be in that trap. And they do that because obviously they know they can. Some bitter women out there, they know that they can. And it says, like, every wise woman buildeth her house. Like, a wise woman isn't gonna go on a man's job and get him fired and then put him on child support and she's gonna help him. She's gonna speak to him, speak life into him. She's gonna do all this stuff to make his life easy, to be his pillar of rest.
Pillar of rest, that's right.
It says, "But the foolish plucketh it down with her hands," and that's what you know, that self-destructive behavior that a lot of our women like display.
And that's the behavior of at least 90% of the women, especially in America. God,
yeah, and a lot of that behavior is learned by the feminism. Girl, you know, you ain't got to put up with that, man. You know,
yeah, listening to their no good friends that have had nothing but failed relationship after failed relationship, and then you're trusting in them for guidance and counseling.
Or they go on the social media friggin' therapy sessions, and they speak to, you know, these bitter women that get up on like sprinkle, you know, telling you how to pluck down your house, you know.
Yeah, man. Making
Foolish.
you twice the child of hell that you was, basically. You know what I mean? Let me show you a result of Slovakia. Let me show you a result of you know, single mother households, man. This is what they produce right here. Check this out, man.
And your bitch ain't gonna have no car, so I don't care. So go get you a new bitch then.
Nigga, bitch ass hell you now, do motherfucking shit.
I'll slap you and your bitch,
no,
nigga.
No,
okay, okay, get out my car then.
I'll sock you again, nigga.
All right, get out my car. Get out my car. Get out my car.
Get your motherfucking kids out with down face, nigga.
All right.
I'll knock you out that 7, knock you out. Dear homie, nigga.
Ooh, get the fuck out my motherfucking car. Get the fuck out my motherfucking car.
No, bitch. What? Fucking bitch.
Okay, you let 7 knock me out, and your scary ass didn't even help. That's why I don't want to be with you no more, because you're a scary ass boyfriend. Stop stealing my money.
I'll call this out the car.
You throw my money out the car, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
No, you're not.
All right.
Nigga, I'll take this.
And she thinks that's funny, man. She actually thinks that's funny. You know what I mean? She's saying,
Look at the comments as they're rolling up the screen, just laughing faces and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, they think that's cute, man. You know, even if she was joking around with him and all that, don't condition your child to be like that and hype that up like that's cute. That ain't cute. See, this society is so backwards, man. It's unreal, you know. Anyway, this is a quick clip showing you what a father's role is right here. Let me show you this.
3, 84, 85, 86, 87. Look at daddy. Look at daddy. Okay, look, all done, all done. Look at daddy with your eyes, No throwing nuggets at Cat King. Say yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, no throwing nuggets. Every time you throw nuggets, daddy gonna make you do squats. Do you understand? Stop throwing nuggets. Yes? Say yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, give me a hug, mama. Give me a hug. I love you.
Mommy, what?
Right. Your legs hurt? Yeah.
You did 86 squats, mama.
80?
See, and she'll appreciate that when she gets older, because that keeps them humble, and it guides them in the right direction, man. You know what I mean? A father in the house laying down the discipline, man. I ain't saying women can't discipline, but there's a particular way a father does it that's different from a woman, man. You know what I mean? And it's very important for a man to be in there guiding the household. Let me show you another quick one. We're just gonna fly through these real quick. They're quite short.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Kudos to this man. You goddamn right. Tighten up.
So yeah, man. You know what I mean? Your little girl trying to start that twerking mess. You better nip that shit in the bud. You see how he walked by and was like, I ain't having that in my house. See, that's what Esau don't want. That's why he gave you women feminism, man. to put an end to that, put an end to guidance and proper order in the house, man. You know, that's why there ain't no good men around, because this has been going on for too many generations, you know, all this stuff being out of order, you know. Let me show you something else real quick. Here's a result of single motherhood. This is what women raise.
Got it better here, bitch. I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. I ain't want nobody. I don't backtrack, man. Fuck that. I don't trust nobody. Left it on scene, I ain't right back.
That's a damn terrorist right there, man. First of all, you shouldn't be dressing like that, especially around your children. You know what I mean? That's underwear. Anything that tight is something that you wear underneath your clothing for an extra layer of warmth when it's cold outside. You put something on over that. Ain't no reason why your clothes should look like it's painted on your damn body, man. Showing your whole figure, leaving nothing to the imagination, man. You basically letting everybody discover your secret parts, man. That's crazy. All right. That's the first thing that stands out, is the way she's dressed. She's got that European wig on her head. Okay. Ain't nothing about her real, tattooed up. And then she stood there promoting her children to behave like this, man. And then these are the same type of men that she'll grow up to complain about, saying there's no good men. This is what we're talking about, man. It's absolutely crazy. Let me just play that one more time for you real quick, man.
Got it better here, bitch. I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. I ain't want nobody. I don't backtrack, man. Fuck that. I don't trust nobody. Left it on scene, I ain't right back.
You know, and most women will root that on, man. They'll applaud that, say that's cute. That's crazy, you know? But this is why the spirit's on us to get on you Eves, man, because this is, you know, this is out of order. That's just wrong, man. That ain't the way you're supposed to be raising your children, man. And you know, a lot of the times boys grow up to be feminine because their mother is guiding them the wrong way. Check this one out here. You know, and
A whole stack of weak men.
That's hard to watch. You know, ain't no reason why a man should be twerking like that. If you see your boy doing that, you need to smack him around his head. You ain't nip that shit in the bud, man. You see that little bit of fruitiness coming out of him, you sort that out quick. See, women don't know how to raise men to be men, okay? That's not your role, man. This is why, you know, men are very important in a child's life, okay? You know, these women seem to think they can do it all by themselves, man. You may be maintaining them by keeping a roof over their head through child support and all kind of government funded, but that's not what you call raising a child. You're just maintaining a child. You're not raising a child. To raise the child is to grow, teach them to be successful, not successful in the sense that you may be thinking, as far as like getting a college degree and all that, making it through school and getting good jobs and all. That's some level of success. But true success is when a man grows up to be a real man. You know what I mean? He grows up to, you know, to know the Lord, really, you know. Check this one out real quick. A little bit of a tear jerker. Check this.
¿Cuándo? ¿Cómo que no? ¿Qué dice cuando viene? ¿Qué dice cuando viene?
See, that's love right there, man. You can't take that away from a child, man. These children need their father, man. You know what I mean? And if the father is that much of an asshole that the child is better off without him, then what the hell you let that man put his seed up in you for, man? There's no excuse for it, man. Women lack accountability. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you do have men out there that ain't no good, but in most cases, men do want to be a part of their children's life, you know. And this system isn't, you know, it ain't easy on the man. So he ain't exactly gonna grow up and be as successful as Esau. You got all these brain dead women out there trying to link up, shack up with Zaddy, with their daddy Esau, because he's successful, because he was given the fatness of the world and he's got us under his foot. You know, he's had a hundreds of years of a head start over us, a lead over us, by having land handed down to him through slavery. And and Eve's like, why can't you be like the white man? You know what I mean? He's successful, this and that. These women just they lack wisdom, man. Anyway, enough of that. Let's bring out a precept or two. You got anything you want to bring out?
I mean, it's quite a lot, but I mean, we can just keep it flowing, keep it moving. But yeah, what I was going to say is, like, you saw how important that reunion between his father and his son was. You know, like, you know, he was really excited to see his son. You know, and the mother, obviously, her natural instincts, I don't know if you caught it, but the mother was trying to comfort the child. You know what I mean? Like, he was clearly upset. He was just happy to see his dad. You know, but the woman come along, and that's where her rightful place is, right? Her rightful place is to be like the nurturer, you know, not the disciplinarian. You know, their role is to be the nurturer, to look after the household. And she felt that woman, I guess the child's mother, you know, fell into a natural role. But a lot of our women, they won't fall into their natural role, because what they've been taught through feminism is jump from man to man to man to man, which again is completely off. But it destroys them chemically. Do you know what I mean? Like in the sense of peer bonding. You know, when they start sleeping around with different men, they can't peer bond with these men. So these men, you know, just left, right, and center, which is detrimental. Esau knows this. Esau understood, you know, or understood through the you know, study of women through slavery and everything of that nature, how weak-minded it is. When you look at the Jim Crow, is it Jim Crow?
Yeah.
Or Willie Lynch.
Willie Lynch, that's it. Yeah.
So the Willie Lynch letters, and it detailed exactly how to destroy us, you know, as a people, put the woman on top.
Yeah.
You know, and that's exactly what's happened. So now the black man is so-called black man, should I say, the Israelite man, is standing back up on his feet, you know, in that leadership role. The women don't want to give it up. So a lot of these women are just continually kicking against, you know, the natural order of things, but the law's going to put it back in order. You know? And all we're here to do is just warn you women that you know, this applies to the women that are still in that feminist mindset. Look, if you don't get it right, you know, there's going to be a lot of rejection. You're going to think when all hell breaks loose, a man's going to accept you just because, I don't know, you look pretty. Because in that day, you know, what did the scripture that you brought out earlier, Micah 7:10? You know, she be trodden down as the mire of the street. You're gonna be looking rough, and the man gonna be like, well, you know, what can you do for me? You know, why should I pick you? You know, all that makeup and that sorcery that you put on your face to hide your blemishes and all this other stuff. You ain't gonna have that in the day. You know, a man's gonna look into your spirit, your soul.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Women, that's part of women's wickedness, man, because they're very deceptive, you know. For you to hide behind a mask, knowing what you know what you look like underneath that mask, but yet you see how men are treating you with that mask on your face, and you see how men are treating you knowing they wouldn't treat you like that if they saw the real you. That's deceptive as hell. Us men don't do that. We don't wear makeup. We show you who we are, man. You know what I mean?
That's why Kevin Samuels used to get a bad rap. You know, ever watched his stuff? He was like, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, fresh face, no makeup, out the shower. You know, and would you be on the same level as what you portray yourself to be when you've got all the makeup up?
But
You
a
know
lot
what I
of them are
mean?
delusional, man. They say I'm
Yeah,
a 10.
yeah.
I'm a
And
10.
and
No,
and,
damn
and
well
that's
you're
the
like a 3.
same with the wigs. You know, some women can't help it, you know what I mean, or they do it to, you know, for their own personal reasons. But you know, the ones that got their own natural hair and just choose to wear these weaves, you know what I mean? Like, you know, man looking at that, you know what I mean? The man's
Especially the
looking at, you know,
yeah, you know,
because that puts a proud spirit on these women when they put on that hair and that makeup. They look like a completely separate person, and it gives them that pride to sit there and say, oh, I don't want no bum. I don't want no bum. Like, all right, take all that makeup off. Let's see, you know, let's see how many men are knocking at your door. You probably still find a few, but you know what I mean?
Man will pop anything these days, man.
Yeah. Simps.
Let me bring out a precept or two. It's the book of Isaiah 3 and 12. It says, as for my people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, it says, children are their oppressors, right? It says, and women rule over them, right? So this isn't meant to be a woman ruling over you, you know? Our men got the woman, like a lot of times you find a man will move in with the woman and has to abide by her ways. You know what I mean? She's the boss of the house, you know. That ain't the way it's meant to be, especially, you know, single parent households with which in most cases it's the woman raising the children, you know. So the women, that's another form of the woman ruling over them, right? So as for my people, children are their oppressors. That goes into Esau, you know what I mean? Because scriptures say, woe unto you when the king is a child. You know, talking about Esau because he rules this world like a damn spoiled child, right? So children are their oppressors and women rule over them. It says, "O my people, they that lead thee cause thee to err," right? This is twofold because you got Christian pastors that our people look up to for guidance and direction. You got Esau leading us through his policies, you know, his tongue walketh through the earth, you know. And then you also got the single woman, man, the single parent household, man, where the woman is leading you, you know, through life as you grow up. They're leading you in the way to go. It says, "Oh my people, they which lead thee," which in most cases is the so-called black woman, "cause thee to err," right? Cause thee to go off, man. You grow up to be a nigger if you're led by this woman, right? Or a fruitcake. It says, "And destroy the way of thy paths." See? These scriptures, man, these ain't there, you know, for no reason. These are there for guidance and instructions, and they're basically showing you what's really going on in this world, man. This is Matthew 10 and 36. It says, "And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." Your children that are raised by single women. They can be your enemy. And then you got the woman, man. Scripture's already said in Micah 7 and 10, "She that is mine enemy." You know, a man's foes are them of his own household, the people you try to you think are closest, that are supposed to be closest to you, man. You know.
I mean, a lot of brothers figure that out. if you have your own house and a woman moves into your house, then you know it's a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more calm, you know, from time to time. But if you move into a woman's house, nah, their emotions change like the wind. You getting out and all your stuff in the front yard.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know, because that ain't the natural order. A man ain't supposed to be moving in with no woman, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the men are really supposed to be the one providing and the woman living with the man. And let me quickly pull up a precept on that, what you just said real quick. If it'll load. The hell? Now it wants to be slow.
What's scripture I'll pull up on mine?
It's all good. All right. What if I search? I have to look in the Apocrypha. There we go. So Sirach 25 and 22, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. So if a woman's got a man under her roof and she's paying the bills and giving this man money, and you know what I mean, he's sat playing video games or whatever. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. She gonna hate him and say he's a no good nigga. Niggas ain't shit, right? Let's go into that word impudence real quick. Just for edification's sake. A quality of being.
You sharing your screen or what?
Am I not sharing my screen?
No.
Oh, Salakia. One sec. All right. Let me read that over again. 1 second. Right. So this is Sirach 25 and 22. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Right. So, you know, like I just said, you know, if a woman is has a man under her roof, this is what you can expect. She's going to be full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, right? Reproach. She's going to hate that nigga, right? She's going to call him all kinds of stuff. Deadbeat, brokey, this and that. Impudence, right? We'll go into that word real quick. I just pulled it up. It says audacity, brazenness, shamelessness, immodesty, presumptuousness, disrespect. That's key right there, right? So she's going to be full of disrespect and much reproach, right? She's going to disrespect the hell out of you, man. You ain't going to get no respect if you're living under no woman's roof, okay? That's what this scripture is saying, all right? For those of you that might not know. There was another one I wanted to bring out. Here we go. Check this one out, right? Because this goes hand in hand. This is Sirach 33. I'm going to start at 18. Hear me, O ye great men of the people, right? It says, and hearken with your eyes, ye rulers of the congregation. It says, give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest, and give not thy goods to any other, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. So basically, the point being, give not thy son, wife, right, brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest. Don't put no woman over you. If you're moving in with a woman, right, you're giving her power over you. Ain't no reason why a man should be living with no damn woman. Okay, I'm not saying that you shouldn't live together. I'm saying you living under her roof. Like she's the breadwinner, or you know, maybe you didn't have a house first, it was her house, and then you moved into it. That's not the right way. You can't do that. It just don't work. You know that inside that's common sense that ain't gonna work, man. Okay, that's bound for failure. Okay. You're gonna end up being on the streets eventually. It's just a matter of time. Okay, you're only a temporary resident. So give not thy son, wife, meaning your children and your wife, or your brother or your friend, power over you. Don't let no man have power over you, man. All right. There's another one I wanted to bring out. That's the same. Here we go. This is Sirach 9 and 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Right? So don't, you know, what goes into this alimony crap, you know, signing your life away basically, right? Or getting married according to Esau's way where you get on your knee and put a ring on her finger. That's wickedness, man. Okay, contrary to what you've been brought up to believe all your life, you need to scratch that. You know, you need to be renewed. You need to be cleansed by the renewing of your mind, right? I need to pull that up. But yeah, you need to renew your mind from this place, man. This Western way of life, okay? Because ain't no man supposed to be on bended knee in front of the woman and putting a ring on her finger, man. That ain't how we get married, okay? According to the scriptures, sex is marriage. As soon as your rod enters her, she's your wife. Okay?
I got another precept.
Yeah, come. Let me bring you to the stage real quick.
Yeah, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3. It says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." Right? Because, I mean, you know, again, like you say, you know, you give your wife that power over you. Eventually, she's going to get annoyed. She's going to get angry. She's going to put you out. And yeah, it's just going to be a bad situation, man. You're going to be hurt, you know? So it says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." You know, because you're gonna find yourself, you know, doing all kinds of craziness, you know, behind that. You know, you'll please let me come back and live with you. Well, I'm moving in Pookie and Ray Ray too. Then, you know what I mean? She's gonna have all kinds of craziness happening, man. Putting you through all kinds of stuff. Got you sleeping on the couch. And eating the scraps and all this other stuff, and you just accepting it. You know what I mean? Because you tread on eggshells.
Especially if you're living with a woman and then you two have a fight and she don't want to see you on the streets. She has that much compassion on you, but she's like, all right, if you live under my roof, you gotta listen to me and the next man sleeping together in the next room, doing our thing, and you on the couch listening to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild, man.
That's crazy. That happens.
And that's the thing, though, man. And that's what I mean. Like, that's why it says, "Nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings." Because you know, you hear your woman in the other room with another man, it's gonna destroy you. I don't care how you how
you can do
strong you
about it.
think you are, man.
Yeah,
or you gonna see them. You know how they do them the reality TV shows where they got the guy hiding in the background and they test, you know, the guy's wife or rib or whatever. Test the guy's wife with another man who's got money and all this other stuff just to see how she would be. And then the woman always ends up, or most of the time ends up friggin' folding because, you know, they're hypergamous. So they always want to look for the better thing. And, you know, and then you see the guy's reaction. He's like, "Nah, man, y'all did this test. Y'all set her up. She, and it's like, yo, bro, she failed the test, man. Like don't go out like that, bro. She weren't for you, man. For the streets, send her back where she belongs.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, I just wanted to grab that precept because I thought, yeah, you know, again, like there's many places where the scriptures tell us, you know, not to give our strength over to women.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like I say, it's not. You know, that's just the way the scriptures are written, and feminism. You'd have a lot of women, you know, mad about that. Why not? Why can't a woman be in charge of that? Like, because it would never work, man. The scriptures already laid it out. Scriptures laid it out. It never work. You get mad. You come home. You see your man on the Xbox playing or the PlayStation playing. You know why? You know, was that 2K 25, 26, whatever. You know, just playing the game. You've been sat here all day. Yeah, I washed the dishes though. Yeah, there's still a cup. Why is there rings around? You know, they just find anything to argue with you about, man.
Yeah, she's like that scripture said, she's full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, man.
You've been sat on the couch all day. I've been working. Like, yeah, they ain't designed for that lifestyle, man.
That's it. Right. Let me bring up another clip then or two, and we'll close it out.
Yeah.
See,
there was actually another precept I wanted to bring out, you know, which one we didn't bring out in regards to the title of this lesson. And this is in the book of can you see my screen? Isaiah. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And it says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right. And we go into verse 12, which is the point. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So the men, you know, the Lord's going to turn it around, man. The men are going to be, you know, important again. We're going to be that, you know, precious fine gold, you know, the elect men. I'm not talking about like old men. I'm talking about the elect, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratzah, we be of that number. But the elect men, they're going to be more precious than fine gold, man, because they're going to be upright. The Lord going to be dealing with them. You know, the women going to be, you know, seeking a man like this. And you think an upright man is going to be looking for, you know, a proud woman with all the makeup, you can't tell her nothing, you know, like that ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah, during this, because this system is gonna collapse and all hell is gonna break loose. Okay, and during that time, you know, if you're holding on to that feminist westernized mindset, the real men of the Lord that are being protected by divine intervention, you know, the Lord gonna be protecting his men during them times. That's why, you know, the elect are gonna be more precious than fine gold, because they're gonna be able to, you know, protect you and provide during that times, because they're gonna be protected and provided for from above. So you're gonna want that. You're gonna want that protection under that man during that time. That's why, you know, your Pookies and Ray Rays they ain't gonna be the thing anymore, man. It ain't gonna be about how much money you got, because that all of that stuff is going out the window, man. You know, the things that women seek for in men now is getting ready to be the Lord gonna switch it on them, right? Let me quickly show you the importance of having a man during them times, man, because I got a clip or two. One sec. Where is it? Here we go. There it is. Right. Check this out, man. Yeah, so this ain't got no audio, but what you're seeing is men trying to break into a house, and he's got his wife in there. And look at this man. Like, what would have happened if this man wasn't in the house to fend off these three men? You know, and this guy fending them off, he's not the toughest, but he caused a problem for these other people that try to rob the place, man. Lord knows what they would have done to a single woman in that situation, man.
Yeah, there's a woman right there.
And she's got a nightgown on. Oh my God, easy access. They would have been all up in that, man. They would have had some fun with that. She's probably fresh out the bath too, smelling all good. You know, they would have, you know, immediately what they would have been up to, man. But, you know, she had a man in the house. You know, this is why, you know, the elect are going to be more precious than fine gold when this system collapses. Now check this video out.
Hey, do you mind if I sit with you guys? This guy's literally been following me in circles for like 40 minutes, and I've been recording it. And he's literally just standing behind me, and I don't know his issue. Yeah, that's cool. You just pull up the seat. I'm Talia. Jamie, nice to meet you. Like. Nothing. Just getting followed. What? Getting followed for like 40 minutes. Oh, that's great. Look at him. He's very scary. Yeah. Well, he was walking like literally like this guy right here. He was walking like 2 feet behind me, so I moved. Elijah, don't. Elijah, now's not the time. Okay, you do that. Elijah.
Now another case of what would she have done if there were no men around? You know what I mean? Because that's the time we're coming into. Okay.
Better chose the bear.
Yeah.
Better get that bear.
Yeah, man. Let me show you something. Right. It's in the Apocrypha. Here we go. 2nd Esdras 16 and 33. Right. It says the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. And this goes hand in hand with why, you know, the scriptures said that the Lord said that he will make a man more precious than fine gold, man. Because a man is going to be very valuable in the time we're coming into. For all you single, independent, feminist type women that talk about, I don't need a man, you're going to have to eat them words soon, man. So it says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. This is a future prophecy. It's coming very soon. It says, their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And why does it say that? Let's go to the next verse. It says in the wars, right? Because this World War III you see brewing up right now is just the start of it. This is the beginning of sorrows, as the Bible said in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, I think it was, right? It says that all these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Because it's going to get worse. So this war that you're seeing brewing up is going to get worse. And your men are going to be drafted into that war and they're going to die in that war. This is the reason why there's going to be a mad shortage of men. And also due to civil war, because when all these people out there that take up the sword to go after each other, go after Esau, you know, and Esau's already training up his troops ready, his radical militias and stuff, man, his Nazi militias and stuff, man. They're rousing up, they want civil war, man, because they want to get rid of you jakes. Okay, they know they're your enemy. It's just you don't know that they're your enemy, man. So it says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because during this time when it all heats up, there's a lot of people going to die from starvation too, because there's getting ready to be no food anywhere. Okay, so men are going to be dropping like flies, but the Lord is going to protect his servants during that time. That's why he said he's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. So, you know, this is the time we're coming into.
All right, precept.
Yeah, Khan, let me add you to the stage real quick.
Yeah, this is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 32. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, and a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as a river, as rivers of rock, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right? So men are going to be as a hiding place, you know, the righteous men of the Lord, because the Lord's going to be protecting those men, you know.
The Lord's going to be protecting the men, and then the men are going to protect the women.
Exactly. By default.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're a woman that's you know, difficult, that's got a bad spirit, you know, just unlearnable and teachable, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't like to listen to a man's instruction.
Exactly. You got that feminist mindset. You can't tell me what to do. There is no need for you.
You're going to be dead weight during that time. Okay. Bring up Isaiah 4:1 real quick.
Yeah.
We'll close out with that.
You want me to read it for you?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying,
one sec. Let me speak on that real quick, right? So in that day, the time that we've been preaching about, right? The time when this all hell breaks loose and you independent women ain't so independent anymore, right? In that day, it says 7, which the word 7 means completion. 7 women, a complete number of women, meaning women ain't gonna be scared to share no man in that day. Feminism is about to do a 180, man. You're gonna realize that the men are the prize, okay? It ain't gonna be just during that time that men are the prize. Men are the prize now, but you're gonna really understand that in this day. Keep reading.
Yeah, it says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
See? So they're talking about we'll provide for ourselves. You know how women nowadays, they'll moan if you take them to the Cheesecake Factory. You took
Going
me to the
50-50.
Cheesecake Factory, you know? They complain about that, right? They want to be cheap. Yeah. What you mean 50-50? You're supposed to pay all the bills, you know. That's the average mindset of the so-called black woman, especially in America right now, right? But basically scriptures say that it's about to do a 180, man. Okay. During this time when all hell breaks loose, which is very soon, very, very soon. So you got a short window to get your act together, women. All right. But you know, this is what's going to take place during that time. A man is going to be more precious than fine gold, to the fact that women ain't going to be scared to share a man. They 7 women are going to take hold of one man. Okay. And don't let any nigger woman that's bitter and hurt and all up in her emotions try to twist scripture to say that we're taking it out of context. They're trying to lead you astray because they want to hold on to feminism. All right.
Like, I don't think what they really understand is that feminism is going away. Like, it's going away. The Lord ain't dealing with feminism.
Yeah, man.
You know, the Lord says the flock of my pasture are men. Like, the women ain't having any position of rulership or authority over the men in the kingdom. It's never going to happen. The women have their position. You've given your position, and that's where you're going to be. And you want to be on a good side of a man of the Lord, a man of understanding. You know what I mean? You don't want to be, you know, like treating him like as if he's just like some other nigger out there, because, you know, a man of the Lord ain't stupid. You know, a man of the Lord is going to tell you, like, look, you going to get down or you going to get out. You know, you're going to get down with the program or you going to hit the road, Jack. You know, and you ain't got, you know, there ain't going to be nothing else out there for you. So you going to fall in line or you going to die. That's just the simple, you know, simple way of putting it. You either get out or die.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't. All right, let me close it out with this, right? Let me add to the stage real quick. There we go. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, and we'll start at verse 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? That's this gospel that we're preaching, right? Come on. Why do I want to be slow all of a sudden? But bear with me, Slakia. Verse 2, it says, she standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. See? So basically on the highways and hedges is where you're going to find this wisdom, the true gospel. Not in the Christian church where Pastor Porkchop is feeding you lies, keeping you docile, okay, keeping you asleep, right? The true wisdom of the Lord is on the highways and hedges, right? It says, she crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Okay. So in the major cities, in the marketplaces and stuff like that, that's where you're going to find the true wisdom, out in the streets, out in the open. Okay. And the same brothers doing that are doing lessons like this online too. Okay. But you'll be able to identify the true prophets by them in these end times, being out on the highways and hedges. It says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. See? So the Lord is dealing with the men. Yahushua is dealing with the men directly. Okay? Because we come through Yahushua. Yahushua, we go to the Father through Yahushua. There's an order. You have the Most High Yahweh. Then you have Yahushua, who is the mediator between us and Yahweh. and then you have the man under Yahweh Shai, who is the mediator between the woman and the Lord, right? So that's the order, man. So the Lord is dealing directly with the men. That's why these scriptures are always talking about men. You know, when the Lord is teaching, he's always talking about the man. He doesn't necessarily speak to the woman, because that's not the order that the Lord set up. Okay, men are the true prize. Okay, and it's going back to that. In the kingdom of heaven, you're not going to see women sat in the Oval Office. You know what I mean, or electing for president and all that, man, because that's just folly and disorder, man. But anyway, you got anything else you want to bring out before we close this out?
No, I think we're covered.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot more clips I could play, but the point is pretty much made, man. I don't want to, beat a dead horse and make this lesson longer than it has to be. I think, the point is made. But women, you need to realize that men are the prize. We're very valuable, and you need to throw away feminism. It lied to you. That was never the right way. And anyone that holds on to that feminist westernized mindset, you're going to be like Lot's wife, because basically Lot's wife got turned to a pillar of salt because she wanted to hold on to the city that she was from in Sodom and Gomorrah, when that got destroyed, when them cities got destroyed. Okay. She was able to, the Lord had mercy on her, but he used her as an example, for looking back, basically trying to hold on to feminism, man. Feminism ain't coming with you in the days we're coming into. You have to let that go. You got to throw that away like it's trash. All right. So on that note, man, we're going to close it out here. We're going to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rachak, Kodash.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.